Hey guys, and welcome back to the next episode of Golden Sun, the Lost Age Reloaded, and today we're going to continue our way through Lemuria. Last time we got directions on going to, I believe he said, Lunpa's tower, yes. We're going there now, so we're gonna give Piers time to, grieve over his mom. So, yeah, let's go see what Lunpa has to say to us. What we gotta do is lash this, and oh, funny thing, if you actually have the lash ability, equipped to Piers and you can't lash this, I'll say what happens later, but right now I'll just do this to start off. Actually, that was out of order, I should have approached this first. Okay, yeah. Are you kids Piers' traveling companions? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened up a window just above the door. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. Yeah. I think he says throw up a rope there, so yeah. If you don't have the lash pebble, and it's on Piers, then Lumpa's like, okay, come on, and then he throws down a rope. He throws down the rope for you, pretty much. So, yeah. I thought that was kind of cool because, you could get stuck the other way if you gave the lash pebble to Piers, but anyhow, let's see what he has to say to us. Oh, I always make that mistake. No matter what I do, I always make that mistake. I go up. Every single playthrough, I go down again, expecting that it's just a straight path. But then that happens, but yeah. That's not even the place you're supposed to go, even. It's right here. Oh my. Anyway. Honestly, I'm amazed that anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Piers isn't with you. Why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. Of course, his mother. He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. It must be hard on him. Well, Piers may not be here, but we still have much to discuss. If Piers brought you, you must be working to break the seal on alchemy, right? That we are. Ah, Piers has done well, quite well in finding you. What mission could the good King Hydros have assigned to Piers? What? Piers has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So, you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy? Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan, far to the north. We are only firing the lighthouse beacons to gain their freedom. King Hydros told me that Venus and Mercury have been ignited once again. Was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of any northern Fire Clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You're clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Kraden joined us on this quest on behalf of Lord Babby of Tolby. Babby? I only know of one man named Babby, but it couldn't. Master Lunpa, the Babby we speak of is the same man you knew long ago. Ah, so he's still out there, living in the outside world? Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate? My, you certainly have an odd way of turning a phrase. He was living, yes. Until recently, that is. So, Babby passed away. But only recently, you say? When he finally ran out of his mystic draughts. his spirit begin to wane. Then, I no longer know anyone in the world outside. But, aren't you Lunpa the righteous thief? I was called that once, long ago. Why do you ask? I'll bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. Who would that be? There's a town called Lunpa in northern Angara. A man named Dompa lives there. I settled that village, and Dompa, he is my son. Now, your grandson, the Dompa, rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one, Lunpa. The Dompa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen? Master Lunpa, don't you have any idea how old Dompa is? He is as I am. An old man. He may be older even than I. If this news outrages you, why don't you go and set the Dompa straight? If only I could. Is this the only reason we're here? To bring news of the outside world? Not really. Yes, I am sorry we were sidetracked. We have much more to discuss. But before we begin, there is one thing I must say. You don't mind, do you, Felix? I don't. I knew you'd agree. I have discussed this with none but Felix, but I have my own reasons for this quest. What do you mean? Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacons lit again. Why are you telling us all of this now? Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Babby should order me to research alchemy. Hey, wait a minute. Is this what you promised to tell us once we reached Lemuria? Yes. May I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, there were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At the moment that alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane, until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now, suggesting that this may be related to the seal on alchemy. Let me get this straight. You felt you couldn't tell us this until we were in Lemuria? And you only wanted to come to Lemuria to test your theories, and see if they were true. But even if everything you said is true, what does it all mean? If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, won't it, Kraden? Piers never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as others in Lemuria, hold the same beliefs that you do, Kraden. You do? Civilizations thrive by building upon the knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, Knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization. But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of decay you have theorized. I think it best that you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Kraden, we shall go to visit the king. Ah, but King Hydros is in council with Lord Conservato. We might not be allowed in. Conservato? That fool. He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Yeah, stupid door. Ha! Ha! At last you are open. To the king's chambers. Lunpa ought to be as old as Lord Babby was, but he has so much energy. He's got a fire in him. I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Bobby, though. But come, Felix, to the king's palace we go. Indeed. Alright, all set. Okay, now, basically all we have to do is just go to the palace. Like, we came to the conclusion in there, but does he still say anything? Nah, he's still barking. I forgot exactly what I was thinking of when I talked to that dog, but I thought there was an item somewhere around there, but I think I got it sorted out. King Hydros awaits you. You are free to enter. His Highness the King has instructed that we let you pass. You are welcome here. And it uses the generic palace theme, but I'm sorry, but I kind of wish that this place had its own palace theme rather than just reusing stuff, but you know, it's all fine. This place looks pretty enough, so I guess it doesn't need the music to match. Follow the passage to the doors at the end. This Conservato sounds like a real piece of work. Anyway, there was an item over here, I'm sure of it. It was right there. First try. Who has my lucky medals? No one, actually, because I spent them all. Nice. I'll just spend that on the way out of Lemuria. That should be a good use of it. Anyway, up here. Anything back here? It's worth checking out. Oh, the roof. I've never actually been up here. Guess it never crossed my mind. Really? You are Lord Felix, correct? Yes. It would seem the warriors of which you spoke have arrived. So it would, your highness. I shall call them to us immediately. There is no need, Lunpa. Let us go to them. Hydros, would you see me dishonored thus? They ought to present themselves to us. I do not go to present myself to them, Conservato. I am merely going to where they are. I have something that I wish to show everyone.
Regardless of your reasons, sire, I will not go to them.
Do as you will, Conservator. However, we shall go. I heard of your arrival. It is quite remarkable that you were able to reach Lemuria. Welcome. Allow me to introduce my companions. This is Sheba, Jenna, Felix, and Craden.
Craden is the one who told me of the outside world civilizations, of their condition.
Ah, Craden. Lunpa describes you as a remarkable scholar. Your research impressed us. Thank you, Your Highness. Your theories are correct. Our world is now on a path to destruction.
And who has decided this? You, Hydros? Some civilizations have vanished, surely, but that is the way of the outside world. Look around you. Lemuria remains unchanged.
Don't delude yourself. Lemuria has been in slow decline for ages now, but that can wait. My most trusted scholars have reached this conclusion after extensive research. I sent peers to confirm this for me.
So you admit it, Hydros. You violated the directive of the Senate. You used the tidal wave as your chance to send peers away, despite our commands.
You are incorrect. The tidal wave carried me away by chance alone. Conservator, you must know that the tidal wave was caused by Poseidon's return. Only a fool would have chosen to send a man to sea if he knew that this would have happened. What was it that you intended to have peers confirm? This map shows the ancient world, when Lemuria still traded with people on the many continents.
It was a great age, a time when the world shined brightly.
And this is the map Lunpa had with him when he arrived in Lemuria 150 years ago.
I used this map to sail around the world. It is quite accurate.
Incredible! You understand, Craden.
What do you understand?
Well, unless my eyes deceive me, the continents have shrunk since the Golden Age.
That's insane! It is not insane. It is true.
Perhaps this will make the point more clearly. Look at these two maps side by side. There's no mistaking it. The continents on Lumpa's map are clearly smaller.
Lies! Nothing but lies! What do you hope to gain from foisting these lies upon our people?
You know well that I hope to gain nothing more than the truth, Conservator.
And who do you expect will believe such nonsense?
If you do not believe the evidence before your eyes, what do you believe? Do you believe that the Lemurian map to be accurate to this day? Tell me, peers, you were able to investigate this matter, were you not? Thanks to Felix and my companions, I was able to travel much of the Eastern Sea. And what did you find? I found, in truth, that Lumpa's map is the more accurate of the two. However, the world seems even smaller now than it appears on Lumpa's map.
What are you saying?
Time itself has stopped. Think of Weird as a living, breathing being, possessing its own life force. The four elements are the nourishment needed to sustain this being.
Kraden, this is exactly what King Hydros himself said to me.
Ever since alchemy was sealed away, the world has been cut off from its nourishment. It has gone into a state akin to hibernation. By using less energy, Weird prolongs its life. Yet when hibernating, the being has only stopped its own clock, not the flow of time around it. When a bear sleeps through the winter, it needs only wait for spring to come. When it awakens, it can nourish its weakened body again. But if spring never comes, the bear will eventually die.
Weird is wasting away, the continent shrinking, because its spring has never come. Hydros, how can you make such outrageous claims? The world is not alive.
Tell me, Conservator, why do you think Poseidon has returned?
Do you have the answer, Hydros?
The elemental lighthouses. Felix and his companions have lit the beacons on both Mercury and Venus Lighthouse.
What? Have you any idea what will happen if you set that evil loose upon the world again?
Yes, we're well aware, but this is something we have to do.
You know that it could bring about the destruction of the world, and yet you did it anyway? My lord, you cannot possibly get these people to light the remaining beacons.
I do indeed, Conservator. And I also fear the possibility that alchemy will destroy the world. But I cannot stand by, knowing as I do that the world will wither and die if we do not act.
This is madness, Hydros! Does the threat of alchemy mean so little to you? Would you put the world in even greater danger to satisfy your theories? With only 2 of the beacons lit, I assume you intend to send peers out again.
And I will go, Lord Conservator. Felix has need of my power.
Then go, peers. But if you do, say farewell, for you will never be able to return. You will be banished from Lemuria forever. You know our laws. Are you prepared for the outcome? I myself am disgusted by the whole matter. I take my leave of you, Hydros. But I will warn you, I will not permit you to go through with this madness.
What will you do, Your Highness? I knew this outcome was inevitable. But I could not sit silent while our world drifted down the path of its destruction. I want you to light the remaining beacons before you return.
That's what we intend to do, but we cannot leave the Eastern Sea.
I've already heard of this problem from peers.
This is something I found by accident in some ruins back in my days as a thief.
I'm not sure what it is, but it seems to contain some powerful synergy. Seems to. Are you not certain? It is a synergy that we Lemurians are unable to use. I understand that you travel with many different kinds of adepts, do you not, Felix? If we include peers in our numbers, we have one adept for each of the 4 elements. Then at least one of you should be able to use the synergy that this contains.
King Hydros believes that the item can only be used by one who wields synergy of the earth.
If I am not mistaken, it is a powerful synergy called Grind. If you master this synergy, the reefs that block your way shall pose no trouble anymore.
With Grind, you should be able to create a path by which you can sail into the Western Sea.
Go, brave adepts! By your hands, may the remaining lighthouses burn bright once more!
That synergy is quite powerful. It can only be trusted to a very few people. That His Highness has given it to you should illustrate how great his expectations are. I have no doubt that your journey will be fraught with ever-increasing danger. But we are counting on you, Felix.
My, that's a moment killer, oh my god. Do we really not have anything? Okay. Can I get rid of this bone? Okay. I was not expecting that. What a way to kill the mood. But, alright. Anyway, on the next episode of Golden Sun, The Lost Age Reloaded, we now have a new destination in mind. All that remains is to follow that path. I'll see you then.